Welcome back to Skydog Reviews. If you haven't seen my first video, it's linked in the description. Again, same Boston Scally Cap reviews, which this video is about. Since my last video, I've had several new additions. So yeah, we'll have some more hats to show you, and we'll show them on my head and everything like that. Just a reminder, no one is paying me to do this review. This is a product I really love. I have a lot of them. I really enjoy them. They're great looking hats. So I just felt the need to kind of get these reviews out there. Like I said in the past, I have seen other folks put these type of reviews out there, and they're greatly appreciated. It made my buying decisions easier, and you can see it on someone's head. So I just want to give back to the community, and we'll show you the next set of the hats in my collection. Start out with a little pricing update and everything. No new discount codes. The only thing I've seen is right now there's a holiday sale discount code out there showing 15%. But that's a little bit easier. I think it's their pre-Black Friday sale. I don't know what they're going to do on Black Friday, but they do have a 15% on their website right now, or in the social media. They also are advertising that as well on Instagram and Facebook. I did come across an unusual discount in my Facebook feed. Occasionally you'll say 20% off if you buy through Facebook. Traditionally, I buy through the website, not through Facebook. But every once in a while, I'll check if you do subscribe to their socials. I was getting this 20% code at the bottom of their ad. I have not tried that yet. One thing I have found with the discount codes is you only can use one. So the best deal still going for my previous video is the buy three, mix and match, get the $25 off. And then if you go to your receipt, on the bottom of your receipt or in the middle of the receipt, there's a code for free shipping on a further order. I tried doing the 15% and the free shipping, and I couldn't do one or the other. So I figured, well, if I'm going to get one hat, 15% would be great, but I want free shipping as well. So then I'm like, to try to maximize, I looked at two, and then I found basically, and there's a little error in my previous video as far as pricing on the mix and match when you buy three. My math was a little foggy there, but essentially you get $25 off. Let's say you spent $50 a hat, $150. You get $25 off, $125. Then you add that free shipping code in, you get an additional, you get the free shipping, which in my case is about $8. So the only thing additional on top of that would be the tax. So I had screwed up and said 156. So we're actually looking at, you're only looking at 126, or no, sorry, 131. If you do 156 and 150, it'd be the 125. So yeah, and I just used this the other day, and I got a great deal. I got 3 hats, and with the deal, free shipping, and with tax, I want to say all 3 hats for around 135. So I mean, it's a good deal. It's out there. Still my favorite way to buy hats. It's like, not like I need 3 at a time, but that's the best deal I've found. So hopefully onto what everybody else is here for, to see more hats. The hat I'm wearing, I've already reviewed. It is the Captain in bronze rum. But let's go on to the new additions. Like before, I'll start with the single panels. And the first single panel here is the Townie. So here's the Townie. It's a nice, really soft cotton. Great looking hat. It's got this tan liner with the standard Boston Scally graphics in there, and XL. I'm in between, like I said, I do XL in the single panels, and I do the double X in the 8 panels. So this is the Townie in navy blue. It is listed as light cotton blend, and it's very soft, very like a t-shirt material. Probably the best way to describe it. Yeah, you put that on. Just wore this out to lunch yesterday. Great hat, navy blue shirt and this hat. It went perfect together. Very lightweight, doesn't feel warm at all. I mean, it's warmer than not wearing a hat, but it's not, it's not like a wool poly blend or anything like that. Fits real nice on the head, nice and low profile. Getting in and out of the car, it's easier. You're not having like a taller hat getting knocked off your head. And the thing I like about this the most, though, this one is really, it's like very soft. You can just like fold this sucker up, and I just put this in, I'm not a fashion icon. I still wear cargo shorts. I could just put this in my cargo short pants pocket, and boom, it's put it there while I was eating lunch, and then when I was finished lunch, good to go. So again, the Townie in navy blue. The next one is going to be the Pub. And I did get the pin for this, as you can see there. Another nice soft hat. This is the Pub in gray. This one, as you can see, has a little bit of a quilted liner, so it's going to be a little warmer. Not quite as warm as the flap cap I have found, but very, still a very nice warm hat, nice quilted lining. No graphics, again, just the quilting. Material on this is a wool poly blend, again, so it's designed to be a little warmer. And I don't know if you've noticed, like, let me put the Townie back on real quick. The lighter hats, the lighter fabrics, I mean, it's hard to see, but this fits a little tighter. Whereas you get into the wool poly and the more winter heavier cap blend, and they fit on a little looser, a little bit bigger. So just when you're in between sizes, it's a good thing to look into. So yeah, this is a great hat. Looking forward to this. Already wore it to work. We had a couple cool days in the last couple weeks there. Very soft, very similar in feel to the Townie. A little bit more structured than the Townie, not that soft. Like I said, the Townie is very soft and pliable. This is a great winter hat as well. I mean, it doesn't have the ear protection, but, what a great looking hat. I said, nice looking pin. So again, I'll show you the pin again. It's the Pub. There we go. See if we can get it into focus. But again, the Pub, great. Into the next one is the Aficionado. And again, I did get the pin for this one. It's got a nice looking pin. Again, this is the Aficionado. The official color is Stogie and Ash. It is 85% poly, 15% wool. It's the first time I've ever seen them list a percentage. This is like, it's got its own artwork. So you have the Aficionado artwork right there. Showing cigars and wine. I'm not a cigar fan. Smoked them when I was younger a little bit, not a whole lot. But really love wine. So one of the reasons. And the cool thing with this one is it's got that kind of full leather brim. So that's like the Stogie, and actually almost looks like cigar wrapper color, that nice brown. And obviously the gray would be the ash. So your Stogie and ash color makes a lot of sense. Not quite as soft as the Pub and not nearly as soft as the Townie, but another, my great fitting single panel hat. This was, like I said, this is more of a fall spring cap. I think it might be a little too warm for the heat of summer here in Texas, but a nice single panel hat. Definitely might bring this on the cruise in a couple weeks. I haven't decided yet, and I have to limit my collection. But man, great looking cap. There's another one that's purple, a little too loud for my taste. That was the other Aficionado one. So, but the Stogie and Ash, great looking cap, goes with a lot of things sitting with that great color. And here we go. My last of the single panels I'm going to go through. I've heard this pronounced several different ways. One way to say it's traditionally pronounced is Eire. It's E-I-R-E, Eire, Eire. Again, nice pin with this one as well. I did get the pin that the Boston Scally puts out with this cap. They describe this as Blarney Stone. So and you can see it's got that nice plaid pattern, but Blarney Stone is actually, they call it a charcoal with a tint of blue as the base color there, you know, and then you got the Kelly green and then the white into the plaid. Bright green inside. There's the Kelly, more Kelly green. You can see it's got its own artwork in there. So very nice. A little bit hardier of a liner than some of the lightweight caps, but this is a beautiful single panel cap. Obviously, you know, Irish, St. Paddy's Day, anything like that. I've worn it to work a couple times already. Just goes with things. Like I said, it's like the charcoal and blue. You can wear it with almost any color. Again, I mean, it does have the green call out, but great fitting hat. I really like the way this one fits. Again, it's a little bit warmer blend. It's a wool poly, so they do tend to fit a little larger when they get to into the wool polys versus the lighter fabrics, as I've already mentioned. But man, I love that pin. It's a great pin. Great hat. I mean, definitely if I'm working on St. Paddy's Day, this is going out with me. You wear this down to the local pub. You can do just about anything you want. But man, I saw this cap and I was like, yeah, that's one's got to be added to the collection. So that's the end of my single panels that I've collected since my last video. We'll now go to a hat. This is my first one. This is a 5-panel cap. And this 5-panel cap is the original 5-panel in herringbone gray. And it is a wool poly blend, so it's a little bit on the warmer side, fits a little bigger. But the thing about the 5-panel, if you haven't seen one before, it kind of has that. We'll go back here in the single panel here. You get this kind of the single panel on top. And you kind of get that call out from the front where it's like a single panel. And then it blends into the button and 4 more panels. And we'll show you here with the Captain. Very similar to that. You get the button. Oops, get something on there. You get the button and the 4 panels in the back. So this is kind of like almost a hybrid style cap, if you really want to call it that. So you get the back of the 8-panel, you get the front of the 1 panel. You get this beautiful, you know, I mean, I love the herringbones that Boston Scally comes out with. And, you know, this is just their classic gray herringbone. Great looking hat, goes with a lot of things you can wear. Inside, this is just a standard Boston Scally artwork. I did try the XXL, the 5-panel ran a little different than the 1 panels and the 8 panels. So I decided to go into the higher end, figuring with the 8-panel, more of an 8-panel fit. I like that bigger size. So my 24 was kind of on the end of XL, but as it went into the XX, it was a little small. It didn't start at like 24.5 inches from my head. So I decided to go with the 5-panel. I'm glad I did, because this is a great fitting hat too. And you know, I really love the styling on this one, because you know it has that like that classic 1-panel look up top here, and I love the 1-panel looks, but I like the fit of the 8-panel better, and just the way it sits on my head, you know, sits down a little deeper, and so you get that. So you get the kind of like the best of both worlds. You get that 1-panel look, you have the back with an 8-panel look, and just a really nice hybrid hat. This is a little warmer. Again, it's a wool poly blend. So we'll want a little warmer than some of the cottons and other fabrics. But man, you know, they only have a couple of these, you know, they have this hat. It's in gray. They have a Patriot blue. They have herringbone. They have a green herringbone, and they have the brown herringbone. And I believe there's one other special edition still sitting on the website. It was multicolored with green. I forget the name of that one, but those are the only 5 panels they make right now. So I'm really looking forward to getting this 5 panel in some lighter weight fabrics, you know, something like cotton twill, like the Captain and the Keeper that I have, my other single panel. Or, you know, man, this would actually make a great rappel hat too. You know, I have a 8 panel rappel that I wore in the rain the other day, and yeah, that's a great hat, great lightweight hat, or maybe even a trainer. But this is a great hat. I love this styling. You know, I was torn about buying another hat because I already have some gray herringbone, and I already had a Patriot blue herringbone in single panel. But I was like, man, you know, I really got to try this 5 panel, and I'm glad I did, because this is a fabulous hat, and I'll say that about all the hats, because every hat I've gotten from Boston Scally is fabulous. But man, I'm looking forward to see what they can do with this style, because I really like it. So let's go on, and now we dip into the 8 panels. Probably the majority of my collection now is the 8 panel, and we'll go into the Caddy. And this is the Caddy in Fairway Plaid. It's a cotton poly blend, so it's a lightweight. I've already reviewed, I had a gray Caddy, and there you can kind of make out there's just a little hint of like a yellowish gold in that plaid. You know, your traditional black and white, but you know, a little bit of yellow in there. Classic 8 panel style. It's got the button, the 8 panels. It didn't have a pin, so I put on, it's a shamrock with the Boston Scally B logo. I believe on my order sheet it's called the Boondock pin, but it's the same as the Shamrock Peaky pin, but in black rather than green. So I liked it. I put it on my other Caddy as well, so I got a couple of those. Inside, we're just looking at the same standard, you know, little lighter weight fabric in the liner, the standard artwork from the Boston Scally Company, and again, 8 panels. My 24-inch head on the double XL. Loved my original Caddy, and I love this one as well. This is a beautiful hat. A little bit more stylish than the single color. You know, this thing definitely coming on the cruise, especially because it's lightweight. We're going down south, where hopefully it'll be a bit warmer. But man, yeah, I could see myself playing golf in this. You know, anything, a great summer hat here for Texas. You know, enough of a brim to keep the shade off you. But, you know, just a great looking hat. This has been reviewed by other reviewers as well, so I won't spend a lot of time, but man, I had to get one. Loved it. All right, so let's see. My next one is going to be another 8 panel, a little bit heavier. This is the Peaky in charcoal and slate. This is a fabulous hat. I saw this and I couldn't take my eyes off it. It does have a pin, it has the Boston Scally Peaky pin, but just look, you know, it's different. It's really different when you look at the fabrics compared to all the other hats, you know, I've gotten from Boston Scally. Just a really nice look. Doesn't look like tweed, but it's definitely that looks different than their, you know, traditional wool blends. You know, it's probably the same fabric, but man, it's just beautiful. It's also got its own custom artwork on that nice, like a very dark red, maroonish interior, and the Peaky by Boston Scally 2XL. Man, this is more, I think, you know, whew. Oh, I almost forgot. And it also has the faux leather. Don't want to cheat you out on that. You know, I've missed that on one of my last videos. But yeah, this has got that nice, like I said, it's just a different call out. Gives it a little bit more style, you know. It's a little differentiation, kind of offsets, you know, from just a fabric on fabric. So nice brim there. Oh yeah, so man, this is a great hat. This, you know, if you're dressed up, I don't dress up. You know, this is about as dressed up as I get. You know, cargo shorts and polo shirts, not exactly a fashion icon. But yeah, you can wear this. You know, I'm debating, you know, like I said, some hats for my upcoming cruise. You know, you can wear this on like a formal night with a suit if you really wanted to. It's just a beautiful hat. I mean, I saw this and, you know, I just couldn't take my eyes off it on the website. And I believe this came, I usually order 3 at a time. I think I ordered 4 at a time because I was like, yeah, I got to have that hat before, you know, I don't want to run out. Man, it's very comfortable. Again, it's the wool poly blend, so it fits a little larger than the lighter fabrics. But man, this is classic, you know. This thing you could wear, and you know, it just looks very solid. So another great hat by Boston Scally. All right, my next one here. This is what I actually bought for my cruise on formal night, to tell you the truth. This one is called the Sunday, and this is black, smoke, and red. So you got that black and white and gray plaid with a little collar. You can see the red in there. And that's what really caught my attention, was that nice red line in there. There's the back, you know, traditional 8 panels, the button. But man, yeah, I saw this on the website, man. That looks really classy. And, you know, I'm not a fancy dresser, so like on formal nights on the cruise ship, I tend to wear a black pants with a black shirt and a bolo tie. And I saw this and I'm like, man, you know, I could get a nice bolo tie with the red to kind of just match into this, and it's gonna look great. But so I bought it, loved it on the website, love it even more in hand. It has its own artwork, Sunday by Boston Scally. And this is like, and I don't know if the Peaky was more, like I said, the Peaky, I don't know if you can tell, it's more fabric. The Sunday is almost like a silk. It's very soft and smooth, you know, so it's a little different. More old school, you know. I remember my grandfather's hats, you know, like a silk type lining. And it also has that faux leather brim. Again, another beautiful hat. Sunday, I guess, you know, dress up. Ooh, yeah. Nice looking cap. It's a fabulous cap that I'm looking forward to wear it. I've already worn it to work. That little call out of red at work, we do a Red Shirt Friday. Red Shirt Friday, remember, everybody deployed, you know, kind of call out to our folks that are overseas or even serving right here in this country, but are unable to, you know, be at home. So everybody at work, or most people, not everybody does it, but wears a red shirt on Friday. This is a great Red Shirt on Friday hat. Very comfortable. That lining is like really out of this world. Yeah, I don't even have any more words. I love the way this hat looks. Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw it, fell in love with it. You know, there's some hats you just fall in love with, and this is one of those hats. I can't wait to wear it on the cruise. I think it's going to go great. Very comfortable. You know, it's a little bit more fluffier than, not quite as tight as some of their other 8 panels. But man, just a stunner, I think, to wear. And it doesn't show up great with this shirt, but you know, instead with a black or red shirt, this thing really pops. So great hat. Get them while you can. I was kind of hoping to get one with a blue stripe too, but they didn't have that. So the Sunday, great hat. All right, my next 2 hats, recent additions to the Boston Scally cap that you just released them, I believe, 2 Fridays ago. It's the Newsboy. And this is a cap I've kind of been looking for as far as material goes. The Newsboy, this one's the Newsboy in blue, okay? And it is a wool poly blend, you know, but it feels thicker. And they call it a wool poly blend with tweed, so it's got that tweed. Zoom in there, and they do have a pin for it, so I did get a pin. But yeah, and it kind of almost like color shifts, because like it's blue, but there's, you know, various like blacks and grays. It just really can go with a lot of what you wear. But man, it's just, like I said, even as you get zoom into the camera, you can see it almost changes color. So it's a fabulous hat. It's heavier, so you know the wool poly should be good in the winter and in the cooler months. It does have its own artwork, as you can see. Try to get my hand out of the shadow there. So it's got the Newsboy, and again, 8-panel. I do my 2XL. It's got the fabric lining, black fabric, and brim is just matching. Same materials on the hat, that kind of tweedy feel. It does feel like tweed, so it looks like tweed. And again, being one of the warmer wool pulleys, nice, great fit. And like I said, man, it's a beautiful hat. I love it. I saw them when they started hitting on them on their social medias, and I'm like, okay, let's see, you know. And then they, you know, now, oh, it's an 8-panel, okay. And then they, you know, more and more, and I was like, yeah, it's the only hat I've bought from Boston Scally on opening day, you know, on Friday at noon Eastern, in my case, 11 Central. They when they get their new releases, they put them out on the website, and yeah, I was like, you know, sitting there right there at 11 o'clock, and I was, boom, give me two, Utah. So I got this one here. Again, this is the blue. Man, it's a beautiful hat. Oh, I love this hat. You know, I was waiting for this style. I have a lot of things that go with this, you know, like even this shirt, man, look, you can just you can put this with almost anything. Fabulous looking, you know, you can dress up, dress down, you know, just sitting there in the Henley, and it looks great, and it look, you know, good, you know. If you go on the website, you know, he's wearing a nice suit and vest and everything like that, so he's a lot more classier looking than I am. But yeah, love this hat. And like I said, they're so nice, I couldn't just stick with one. So I got another Newsboy, and this one, again with the pin. This one is gray brown, and it's again listed as a wool poly tweed, and you see it almost changes colors as you zoom into it and look at it. So you see this brown in there, there's gray in there. It's more of a traditional tweed color, or what I consider tweed color. I could be totally off base there, but man, it's just lovely hat. It's got the same interior, the same Newsboy artwork in there, the same fabric liner, the same tweed brim. But again, nice, beautiful hat here. So again, you can dress up or dress down with this, doesn't matter. It goes with a lot of things. And just staring here, sitting there watching the video, and just watching the screen, and you just see it just, man, it just picks up different colors depending what angle it's on. It's just a beautiful hat. Your traditional Newsboy, but again, without the flop. And it's got a little bit more. Let's see, let me pull up another one here. So like the Peaky. You know, the Peaky, it has some flop, but you know, it's that more streamlined Boston Scally. The Newsboy, they just went with a little bit more action. I'll put the other one on there, like this one. So I'll try that again. We'll do that with the Peaky, you know, and then into the blue tweed Newsboy. And you can just feel there's a little bit more fabric, just feels a little bit more fabric out there, but still streamlined in Boston Scally looking. So you can't go wrong. I mean, I get caught in by the media, you know, social media hype when they started releasing them and teasing them. So great hats, love them. So that is it as far as my next set of my collection is. These have all arrived since my last video. But again, I just want to shout out to my predecessors who put out videos. showing their hats off. And, you know, I really enjoy them. I keep doing it, guys, because, you know, I love it. I still go through videos and see what other people, you know, wearing for their Boston Scally caps. Of course, I have 3 more coming, you know, so I have another order coming next week. But that's about wraps up this video. If you haven't seen my first video, I'm going to link it in the description. A little bit more discussion on pricing and everything. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching Skydog Reviews.